So Department of Emergency Services has been really busy. We've got some major projects that we're working on. One of them is the animal shelter. That's a very exciting project. We have, of course, had our groundbreaking earlier this year. They've actually got walls up, so that's very nice. We do some drone pictures of that to see the progress. So we're very excited. We think that it'll be complete next summer, and then we'll start filling it with staff. So very exciting, and it's very beneficial to all of our community. They won't have to go all the way up to Charles County to do an adoption or other services they need from the Tri-County Animal Shelter. So that's great news. My staff is very excited to be, working in and about the shelter. So that's one of our projects that's made a lot of progress on, and again, very excited. Another one is, it's a software project, but it's a major project, computer-aided dispatch. Right now, we have a system that assists us. It's probably about 20 years old, maybe a bit older than that. And the new system will bring us into expanded capabilities in so many ways. So that project is underway. We're doing our demos, and we hope to have a selection made by the fall of this year. But that's taken a lot of work over the last year, and a lot of people have helped us. The fire department, the sheriff's department, EMS, our dispatchers have all had parts of selecting how we're going to be building that out. But again, that's a very, very large project. Another one, very excited to be doing that. So the advantages are right now that if anybody's familiar with DOS, which is an old program, that you would do a command line for every single thing that you do, and that's what our system is like. So everything we do, the dispatchers have to memorize, and they will anyway to some extent, but they have to type in every command. New CADs will have that, but there will be so many drop downs, so many different facets. For me as director, the expanded capabilities are expanded data collection and reports, which is what I worked with every day. For the fire departments, there's a lot of build outs in the way that the CAD is set up that we can't do now, and that new system will do that. For the sheriff's department, the CAD that we get will have a records management system attached. Again, their system is antiquated, so it's really going to result in a better service for our community. The community will be better served. I'm very happy with the progress, and hopefully by this time next year we'll start to see the fruits of that. So,
and you're working with the IT department?
We are absolutely working with the IT. They are absolutely a partner, and they will be, and they are helping us select. So that's really good news. The last one that we worked on last year, and everybody's probably aware, is emergency medical services. That during COVID, we really had a tough time getting our volunteers to come out. Some of them couldn't come out because of their full-time jobs wouldn't let them run. Some were sick, some were afraid to, all perfectly understandable, but it reduced the amount of people we could put into ambulances. So last October, I went to the commissioners and asked to hire a contractor, and we did, and that contractor assisted by providing emergency medical technicians that we could put into the rescue squads. It has worked very well. Now we come to the budget foreseeing that this is going to be a long-term event because volunteerism is reducing across the nation. It's a lot different. People have to be out working, husband and wife, right? The family unit all has to go out and work, so they just don't have as much time to volunteer. So that means we have to move into a career service. So we're doing that. So we now have approved 16 full-time positions, EMTs. We have 4 medics, and then we've also approved a number of hourly positions that will help to assist with that. And moving forward, it's going to take a different appearance for emergency medical services. But we're going to get there, and we're going to get there and provide excellent service. Excited, but it's also a daunting task, but the community will be better served, and I think it's going to work very well. So my staff here are working very hard to get this up and running. I have a wonderful staff I'm thankful for, and again, it's going to result in a good service for the community. So those are our major projects. Day to day, we're just plugging along, doing what we're doing, answering calls for service. Our animal control, of course, is out doing their job, and it's been a busy year, been a good year, even in the face of COVID, which has been been very difficult for us. But again, we've responded very well and done a great job. So again, the new positions coming on board are career services. That means we are paying full-time employees. Volunteerism. Volunteers are dedicated. They work very hard. However, it's hard to keep them consistent, especially when they've got to go out and work and then there's other draws on their life. Now we're building a system that is going to be, a structured system that we know people that are going to be paid by the county. They receive benefits, retirement, all of the benefits that we do as employees. So now we've built a system where we know they're going to be there. They're on duty. So it absolutely is going to be a benefit to the community. Paramedics is the same way. It is going to be a career service, very similar to Charles, Calvert, Prince George's County. It's going to take a little bit of time to build it completely out, but it's going to work, and it's going to work well. So I'm confident we're going to do a good job with this. That means specifically we will work and we will reduce the amount of time it takes for a person to get an ambulance. That's the critical point. It really is a life-saving initiative. This is what it's about, is saving lives. We have to have ambulances and medics, paramedics, get to people in need. I've tell my staff all the time that the end user for this is that person sadly lying in the floor calling for 911, or they've just been robbed, or they've just been in a car wreck. That's who we serve. That's what this is going to do. This is going to ensure that those services get to those people as quickly as possible, save lives, and protect our way of life. EMS billing. So I know people are concerned, but this is what's important, is that we are doing what's called soft billing. So when we bill, your insurance company will pay, and they're going to pay what they do. There's a certain percentage. Medicare is the same way. They'll pay what they do. If you cannot afford it, it doesn't matter. We're going to come. We are going to be there. Call 911. Never be afraid to. If you cannot afford it, so what? We're coming anyway. Always 100%. EMS billing is intended to help pay for the services that we're providing. It is a system that is intended to draw that payment from insurance companies and from Medicare and any other outside source that we're able to do. It is not intended to punish or make our residents pay for a service that we're going to provide anyway. So please call 911. Don't hesitate.